This is MC Thamizharasan from Chennai. First of all, I'm sorry for the delay, the 10 minutes delay, because I'm doing live today from a different place. Right now I'm at Madipakam, it's my mentor's house. I'm going to stay here tonight. We have a different project to work on throughout the night. So that's the reason I'm here. He's yet to come. He has gone for a consultation. He'll be joining me shortly, probably by 10 or something. Maybe in between, I may hear his bell ringing also. So today is the third live. First of all, thank you everyone who have been watching me regularly, and thank you to the person who has started this initiative, the 21-day FB Live Challenge. And special thanks to my mentor, Dr. Subramanian, who asked me to do this. I won't say who asked me, he just suggested me if I'm willing, I can do this. And yes, I accepted the challenge. Immediately I started. First day when I got the call, I was in a cinema theater. I started the live right there at 11:15 or something during the break. And second day, yesterday, I did it from my home. Today, third day, I'm doing it from Madipakam. To be precise, I'm at Ramnagar. The reason I'm saying this is if anyone is here, any of my friends say tomorrow morning we can meet up. Tomorrow morning, anyway, I have an event at Besant Nagar till 8 o'clock. I'll be here. That's one thing. Okay, today's topic, as I have mentioned earlier, it's going to be three different topics. First thing, it's a basic intro about me and my team. Yes, yesterday I gave a small intro about me. Today I'll talk a little more about my team as well. Second thing, how to handle rejections and failure. Shah Rukh Khan and Steve Jobs story. Good. Third would be what are the entertainment services involved in an event, especially in a birthday party for my event followers. Okay, first of all, before that, let me check if I have done all. Oh God, I haven't started. So this is a recorder. I'm going to start the voice recorder, and also there is a digicam today that's recording my full video, the full setup here, and I'm doing live from two different pages. My laptop, it's in my profile, and my mobile, it's in the group, the 21-day FB challenge, FB live challenge. The reason why four things are here, as I mentioned yesterday, the leveraging concept. Whatever you do, if you put little more step extra, you can leverage it to a greater extent. For example, if you just like that do a live from one of my pages, and with that I wind it up, all the result what I'm going to get is one, the followers who have been following the live, second, the recorded version. Only these two things. But when I record the audio or when I record the video like what I'm doing today, and when I do parallel live, I'm able to satisfy the people who are in the group, and also I'm able to satisfy my followers who are in my FB profile. And the video recording that's happening, this digicam, I can edit it, I can post it in my YouTube, I can put it in my Facebook once again. The audio recording or whatever the video recording, I can use it for transcription, so that whatever I speak for this 20 minutes, it will definitely come to 10 or 15 pages or at least even 20 pages, which can be used in my website, which can be shared with others who are, because not everyone likes video, some would be good at reading. So if I give it as a text content, they will be able to read. That's the concept we discussed yesterday, the leveraging concept. Once again, I'll test a little bit. Whatever you do, first go for a video shooting. If you like the camera, your screen presence, just like that, go ahead, upload it in YouTube. If you don't like your screen presence, just convert it as an audio, upload it in cloud, and share it across different social media platforms. Even if you don't want to share your audio, go ahead and transcribe the video, the audio content. Either you can do it by yourself, or you can give it to your team or your trainees, whoever. Once that's transcribed, you can share it with a lot of other people, which can be reused again and again in your website, in your Facebook page, WhatsApp, or whatever, or even in email. So that's the leveraging concept which I talked a lot in yesterday's video. If you want to know more about it, you can just go. I will share the link. You can go and watch that video as well. Today, okay, once again, intro about me. I'm Thamizharasan, event anchor, MC trainer, and founder of Chennai Event Emcees from Chennai. I'm in the event industry for the last 5 years. I have the corporate background. I have a psychology background. Yes, I did my psychology just for degree sake. I did in correspondence. I did 6 years of psychology, BA psychology from Annamalai University, MSc psychology from Madras University, and again PG diploma in guidance and counseling from Annamalai University. That's my basic background, education background, and basically I'm a diploma in student die maker. I did it from NTTF Velu. I'm a proud product of NTTF. I never hesitate to say that I'm a diploma holder. That's my first diploma or graduation, whatever. It's a 3 years diploma. Parallelly, I did my BA psychology from Annamalai University. All these things happen. And I worked for a couple of manufacturing industry. Then I moved my careers towards BPO call center. And eventually, I am into media and event industry since 2012. This is my basic background. And then I started my team. Initially, I was all alone when I used to go for event. I get the money, I come back home. That's it. I don't even work on credits earlier. Then Nandhini joined my team, though I know her for several years. Finally, in an event, I met her for the second or third time, I can say. Then she came to know that I'm in the event industry, and she called me, and we had a call. Then we started working together. I think I would say that's one of the biggest turning point in my event industry. We started working together on a lot of events. The first year we did at least 100+ events. That is, I'm saying from 2015 August till 2016 August, we shared a lot of stage. We did at least 100 plus events together. We co-hosted together. And in the second year, that is 2016 to 2017, another week to go, because we started our career together in August month. So before the end of second year, we have shared almost more than 300 stages, 300 plus stages, I can say. So that's the credit we have. I have published it even in my business card that the only combination Emcees in Chennai who have co-hosted together more than 300 plus events in 2 years. So Nandhini joined my team, and then we founded this company, Chennai Event Emcees, and we started training other Emcees as well. We started recruiting people. It's not like a full-time employee or as an employee. Whoever I associate with me, whoever joins me, I don't call them as employee. Rather, I call them as the business partner or a collaborator. That's what I learned from my mentor. No one is employed to me, no one is slave to me, or whatever. We see them as a brand. That's what my mentor taught me. A lot of people have asked me, you yourself is a brand, but why do you want to associate with Dr. Maharaja and promote him? I have learned a lot from him. Whatever I learned from him, I'm able to apply it in my own business. Today, I'm an entrepreneur. Within 5 years of quitting my job, I have become an entrepreneur. Yes, 2012 October, I quit my job. By July, I guess, not July, June 7th, I registered my company. So within 5 years. And Nandhini, within 1 year of quitting her job, she has become an entrepreneur. So this is the training we have got from Dr. Maharaja. That's the reason I'm associated with him. I learn a lot from him. Whatever I do for him, he makes sure that those things I can replicate in my life as well, in my career as well. Same thing I do it for my trainees. Whoever joins my team, I train them the same way, where whatever the work I give them, I make sure that will help them in their career. Whatever the work they do for me or they perceive to be doing it for me, definitely that's going to help them in their career. That's how we train. So we started doing manpower, we started supplying manpower, we started training other MCs, we started doing MC management. It may be a new concept for a lot of the people here. Everyone knows what's event management. In fact, yesterday I explained that in my previous video. If you want to know more about that, you can watch my previous video. I'll share the link here after this live. So we started doing MC management. It's nothing but we send MCs for a lot of the events. In Chennai, there are a lot of MCs. In Chennai, there are a lot of event managers. But for MC management, the scope is more. I would say it's a niche market where people are not ready to take risk in training MCs and sending them to others. Yes, of course, there are few training institutes who train people on MCing and video jogging, but they will not be able to give as much employment opportunity or as much opportunities as me, because I'm in the industry. I get a lot of inquiries because being an online guy, every day I get at least 1 or 2 inquiries from online. I will not be able to take all the events, one because of the budget constraint, another because of my time constraint. So definitely I'm forced to give this opportunity to someone else. That's the reason I take trainees. Either I train them or I have collaboration with other MCs and I do the MC management. In the past, I have a record that I have used 14 MCs together for an event, for a 1 hour event. At this moment, I would like to thank Yellow Productions, Ms. Savita, who has trusted on us and given that opportunity. We used 14 MCs for Apollo Tyres birthday. That's one of the records I hold. I can say, I don't know if someone has done that, but still I feel proud of handling 14 MCs together. And she gave me all right. She didn't even see the MCs. She trusted me. She gave me that opportunity. We did it. And recently, last week, I used around 6 MCs for 7 events. So Chennai Event Emcee is growing day by day, and more is associating with Chennai Event Emcees. I'm sure I make sure that they earn. Once they come to me, I want them to get trained, and then I make them earn in the industry. Just give me a minute. Someone is calling. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry. It's time for the dinner for Alex, Dr. Maharaja's pet, one of his favorite persons here. Okay. So what I was telling, yes, I started training MCs, and we have been giving a lot of MCs to others. This is what I have been doing. This is what the background of myself and Chennai Event MCs. And we do have a lot of the collaborators with us, and the long-term collaborators, I would like to mention the name, and I would like to thank them at this point. Karne Prakash, who is a mimicry artist. I met him at outbound training, where I went as a trainee to learn from Mr. Ashraf, the founder of Life Academy. Yes, I never bothered to mention someone's name. I never bothered to give credit to someone from where I learned. That's one good quality, again, I have learned from my mentor, which not everyone has that good quality. I'm not boasting about myself. I'm just sharing all these things here so that you can learn these things and you can apply it in your life, which will take you to a bigger height in your life. So one thing is the credit and the gratitude. I never fear or hesitate to give credit to someone where I have learned something, where I've been introduced to someone else. So that way, Karunakaran Prakash was introduced to us, to me and Nandhini. We went for an outbound training to learn outbound training from Ashraf. We met him there and we came to know about him. He himself came and spoke to us and he said about him. Then we started using him in a lot of other events. He has a wonderful talent. He's a mimicry artist. He's an outbound trainer. He's a trainer where he used to go to colleges and train people. Probably I can share his link as well. If someone asks about him, I can share his link. Then he joined our team. Joined in the sense, it's not that he's an employee for us. He is bound to be. He is in a contract or something. Whenever we have an event, we tell him if he's interested or if he has time, he joins us. That's how I say. When I say someone associates with Chennai Event MC, it's not a written contract or it's not an employment or something. Where we work with good trust factor. I share the events with them. I give the first priority to them. When I get some event, if I don't do that event or if Nandhini doesn't do that event, immediate choice would be to the next person who is closely associated with us. So all this credit will go to mimicry artist Karunakaran Prakash, and then Karthik. I used to call him Mascot Karthik. That's how he got introduced to us. And later he became a magician. He started doing magic. He learned it from his friend. We gave him a lot of opportunities. I took him to all the events wherever I went. He came for no pay. That's one brilliant thing. What he has done, what he has understood the concept. All we wanted to give him is the platform where he can showcase his talent so that people get wow feel and they can use him in the future events. That's how we started doing. Audio is low. Please check your audio. Fan noise is more. Okay, let me switch off the fan. Thank you for the feedback, Nandhini. And I'm sorry I'm not watching the comments. At least now I watch the comment. Okay, I've switched off the fan. Okay, let me be a little more louder now. Yes, I would like to give the credit to Mascot Karthik, and henceforth you'll be called as Magician Karthik. So up to now, I've been having only these two persons as the long-term members in Chennai Event MCs, and a lot of other MCs have joined recently, and we have been doing a lot of events together. Probably in the future videos, I'll be giving more credit to my team members. That's the background of my team. In case you want to associate with Chennai Event MCs, you can just ask me on Facebook or in my WhatsApp number 984-000-3813. Probably I can type it in the comment if someone misses. 984-000-3813. This is my mobile number and our website address I have given in the description itself. You can either contact me or Nandhini. You can take Nandhini's number from the website as well. We will be giving you certain screening questions if we would like to check if you are really serious about business, serious about events, and only then we will be able to join in our team. I have a lot of WhatsApp group. I have at least 4 WhatsApp group. Based on your interest, I'll be putting you in a different level of WhatsApp group. I'll share the link to you once you ping me in WhatsApp or in Facebook. So this is the background about our company. If you want to associate or collaborate with us, you are most welcome, because I always believe in collaboration. My mentor always used to say, there is never a competition at the top level. It's always a collaboration. So when you collaborate, you'll be able to do more. You'll be able to succeed more. At the top level, competition is less, I would say. Only at the bottom level, there will be hundreds and thousands of competition. When you go to top level, it's always collaboration. So that's the concept I work on. So I never bother to collaborate with anyone who is related to event industry. A lot of people on seeing my profile, they message me, they ask me, they would like to meet me, but I don't meet persons so easily because the first question what I ask is it related to events? If it's related to events, yes, I'm ready to meet. And moreover, I avoid a lot of meetings because I respect people's time, my time and also their time. So instead of meeting them, if I can finish off something over the phone call or Skype call, video call or WhatsApp message or something, I finish it up there itself. So it saves my time, their time. And then from there, it can be taken forward. When now technology has grown a lot, sitting at your place, you can talk to anyone over the video call. Earlier it was Skype. Now we have started receiving it in Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp. So it gives an intimate feeling that you are seeing face to face and talking to each other, where you can see people's reaction, you can see people's emotion. This is what I always used to say. Whatever you chat in takes for 1 hour, you can finish off in 10 minutes of audio call. You can finish the same thing in 2 minutes of video call. You can finish in 30 seconds of your in-person meet. But do you have the 30 seconds of time to have an in-person meet? For the 30 seconds, you need to travel a lot. That's the reason I always use the technology. That's one thing how I train my people or how I talk to people. I've spoken more about my team. For further queries about my team or associating with me, please ping me or you can get in touch with me through my Facebook page or my website. Now coming to the next topic, how to handle rejections, failures, Shah Rukh Khan and Steve Jobs story. Yes, I'm not an expert in this topic, but I just want to touch a little bit of this topic. First thing, fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of rejection. These 3 are the very important fears that stops people from doing something bigger. If you want to do something, if I feel that someone is going to criticize me, or if I feel that I'm going to fail, if I feel that I'm going to be rejected by someone, definitely I'm not going to test that or I'm not going to do that. This is this is a major fear a lot of people have, 99% people have, I can say. Though I don't know the exact statistics, I'm just giving it in a random number, but definitely more than 90%. So I used to watch a lot of videos where once someone asked Shah Rukh Khan in an interview, how do you face rejection? Shah Rukh Khan said, yes, of course, I do have rejection and I do have failure. And as a normal person, I do feel a lot. But I think where it has gone wrong, rather than getting anger or rather than getting disappointment with the person, I just analyze it. He said he gave an incident where he was rejected in his initial stage by a director. He said that I got as much anger as much possible anger on that person, but later I realized that if I'm not fitting into that role, there could be some reason. That's the reason he has rejected. There is no personal vengeance on me. Maybe I have not fit into the role. That role would have demanded someone with a thick mustache. I didn't have a mustache or something. So this is how he said. And when it comes for when it comes for failure, he said that I go to my bathroom, I put the latch and I cry because I need to come out of it. I cry. And one beautiful thing what I do is I look at the mirror and cry. He said it in a humorous way, but still that's a valid point. The reason when I look at the mirror and cry, I know how I look when I cry. So which I can replicate when I act in a movie. Like when I want to cry, when I have a crying scene, I can do that. Though it's a little humorous, but still it works out. You can also try that if you're an actor or something. If you like to know how you look. Maybe today technology has come, you have a front cam, you have a mobile cam. You can even record it and see how you look when you cry. So when you have a rejection or a failure, yes, if you want to cry, cry it out. If you want to shout at yourself. Or there's something called as anger management, which I'll speak to you in after a couple of videos. So do all those things and then come out of it, think where it has gone wrong. Same way like Steve Jobs' story. I'm not sure about what are the terms I use here, but just listen to the context what I say. He had his own company earlier. I'm not sure the name of the company. I'm not Next. I think Next was the company where he joined later. Something. He was in a company. He recruited all other people. Later, they had some internal politics, and one fine day they threw out Steve Jobs from the company. Later, he came out. He was very depressed. He was doing. He didn't know what he was doing. Later, he found his better off his wife. After that, they both worked together, started working together, and they founded the next company. Later, they purchased Apple. I mean, they became the major shareholder of the Apple, and he threw all others out who threw him on the early stage. So the essence of this story, what Steve Jobs says is, the most important day in my life was the day when these people threw out me. Because of that, I was able to find out my wife, and then we did a lot of the work, and I was able to revolutionize the industry, and again I was able to become the major shareholder of this company. So that's how he has taken this thing in a positive way. If all other people, in case if you ask, which is the most worst thing happened in your life, we would say if you are Steve Jobs, you will say that was the most worst thing happened in my life when these people threw at me. But he said that was the most important or the most pleasant thing happened in my life because that made me find my wife, and then we did a lot of the things, and again I became the biggest man or one of the top companies in the world. So you need to take certain things in a positive way, and you need to analyze where things have gone wrong, and you need to do it. Oh my God, it's raining heavily here. When I came here, it started raining and it stopped again. It's raining. If the sound is disturbing, please bear with me. By the way, please change the timing of your live, please, so that I can watch Big Boss. Oh my God, I don't want to comment anything on that. One of the hot topics in Chennai. Okay, I think I've done with my second topic, handling rejection and failure. As I said, I'm not an expert in this topic. I just want to give a small insight about that. I've spoken about this. If you want to know more about this, probably you can ask this with some experts, the life coaches, business consultants, or the coach. They will be able to give more thoughts about this rejection and the failure, handling rejection and failure. Coming to the last topic, what are the entertainment services involved in an event, especially in a birthday party? This is for my event followers. As I said yesterday, I'm splitting my live video into 3 things. One is going to be my intro. Every day I'm going to give intro about myself. Second, general topics to impress or to make the general audience to get benefited. And the third thing is especially for the event followers. So I wanted to make it a balance so that everyone can watch this video. And coming to the event management services, the main entertainment services, I've already written a lot of articles here. I'm going to read it from one of my articles, which I created for a wedding event activity. Okay, I'm not seeing my camera now. I'm just looking at the PDF file. I'm going to say event plan for wedding, Sangeet, post-wedding get together, or it can be for a birthday party also. Yesterday I said that what is an event management, I'm going to just touch it a little bit. If you have some event at your home, whether it's a birthday party, Sangeet, wedding reception, or official meet, you will approach someone called as event manager or event organizer. He will give a checklist of what all the things that can be done, starting from venue, decoration, performance, stalls, photo booth, whatever it is. And then you would start booking them. In that I said there is a topic called as performers or entertainment professionals. That's what I'm going to talk today. So what are the entertainment professions in the event industry? I'm not talking about the everything. Whatever I've noted down here, I'm going to talk about them. It could be few things from the total event industry. So one, event anchors. Event anchors are the one who is going to take the show from the start to the end in a smooth flow, and also they will conduct activities, games. At first, let me touch the brief of each performance. Event anchors and the performers like dancers, jugglers. Maybe if you have a pen and paper, if you want to make a note of it, you can make a note of it. Or else I can send the PDF on your request. If you could ping me in WhatsApp or in Facebook, I can send you the PDF. Performers like dancers, it can be cine dancers, variety dancers, jugglers. Jugglers is the one who keeps doing lot of props at the same time. Magician, ventriloquist, puppet show. These are the things I have made a note of it here, and few stall activities and photo booth. Okay, let me explain you what each performer does. First, anchors. Because being an anchor, I would like to talk more about this, but today I'm going to make it a little brief one. Event anchors are needed to take the complete event in a flow. Yes, starting from the end. I would say there are two roles for an event anchor. One is taking the event from start to end in a flow, which is called as comparing or anchoring or hosting, whatever you say. And the second one would be engaging the audience, conducting games for them, conducting activities for them. So that's what I've written here. Event anchors are needed to take the complete event in a flow. They give announcements, they welcome the performers, they make the audience appreciate the performer. If you have some performance, you'll be welcoming the performer. After the performance, you make the audience cheer them up, you make them whistle, clap for them. And the MC conduct MC or anchors. There are different names for anchor: MC, stage MC, Master of Ceremonies, host, stage host, live host, whatever you call. And they conduct game activities. They interact with audience and keep them engaged throughout the event. This is the main role of an event anchor. And then comes the juggler. Juggler is the one who handles multiple objects like balls, football, sword, knife, bowling balls, or whatever. He performs on stage, and few performances will be done in the middle of the audience. Not all the jugglers, all the time they do it on the stage. People will say that they are isolated from the audience. Sometimes jugglers, they come, they walk near the audience, they do it. Recently also I used the juggler Prashant. He did the fire performance in between the audience. He came, he just got on the stage and he was doing in front of the audience. And variety dance is a performance done by a single person who dress up himself as a four-legged animal, or he performs ostrich dance, spring dance, use multiple props like cycle wheel, flags, or it's maybe a tall man act. Recently, Thrill Veera Juggler, one of the jugglers is called as Thrill Veera Juggler. He has been started doing this tall man act. Probably you can find it in Facebook or Google. So these are called as the variety dance, where there would be only one person would be doing all this act one by one, and it's again a puppet show where first he starts with a single face and then he brings in the second face. Up to 5 puppets I have seen, 5 faces in a single dance. And cine dancers can perform group dance on stage. They can initiate the dance flow. They can choreograph the dance sequence for the guests. Choreography can be done on the same day or maybe a few days before the event. Especially when it comes for Sangeet, we'll be using a lot of dancers. They would perform like there would be 4 people or 6 people or 8 people or dancers, 6 dancers or 8 dancers. They would perform on stage. And also they would choreograph the dance for the audience, like the guests, for the bride and the groom, for the relatives, for their friends. They can choreograph it even a week before or months before or on the same day of the event also. And sometimes they act as a catalyst to make the guest dance. I've seen this in a lot of events where even Nandhini, my co-host Nandhini, is also a great dancer. She has created a lot of dance flow. She pulls in the people. She teaches them basic dance. Once it started, automatically the fire catches and everyone starts dancing. They loosen up and they start dancing. Magic show can be a stage magic or close-up magic. If you have a lot of kids, I would suggest you can go for magic show. Ventriloquist is the one who performs the show with a hand puppet. If I want to give a reference, if I have watched Tamil movie, Kamal's movie, they call it as the Johnny Papa, Johnny Bomma. Kadavulamithu Medai. There is a song in that he uses. That's called as the hand puppet, or it's otherwise called as the ventriloquism. And a lot of people have it's called as a false voice. The same person, the person who is holding the puppet, you would be using his voice, and you would be using another voice. Like this, you'll be using a different voice as if the puppet is talking. So this is what he does. It's called as a ventriloquism. These are the major things I suggest for my clients, whether it's a birthday party or if it's a Sangeet. And lot more things are there. Probably in the future videos, I'll be sharing lot of entertainment factor. And one more important thing I need to mention is the DJ, the disc jockey, the one who plays the music, who brings in the peppy mood. DJ along with the dance light bring in the peppy mood where people loosen up and they dance easily. I think with this I'm done today. I've gone a little bit extra. I completed in 20 minutes. Now it has gone to 25 minutes. Thank you everyone to have watched this video. Tomorrow I'll come with another topic. I'm not sure what's the topic tomorrow I'm going to speak. Probably I'll share it in my Facebook wall and WhatsApp what's the topic I'm going to talk tomorrow. And definitely tomorrow's live also maybe in the night. I'm sorry someone is asking me to change the time, but if that was a real fact, there is genuine reason, maybe I would have considered. He said that he wanted to watch Big Boss, so he doesn't want to do this. In case someone misses the live, definitely can watch the recorded version as well. Thank you again for watching this video. To know more about me, please log on to my website www.chennaieventmcs.com, or you can even like my Facebook page. You can find me with the Facebook page Chennai Event Emcees. MC is spelled as EMCEES. You can find my profile with my phone number 984000381. Thank you once again. Good night. Stay blessed.